Hey everyone, welcome back. I've been dying to talk about today's book.
Same here. I couldn't put it down, honestly.
So we both dove into Nicholas Sparks's latest novel, Counting Miracles. How did it itch you?
To be honest, it caught me off guard. You know how Sparks usually writes. Well, this one felt different, more profound in a way.
What do you mean?
The characters had so much depth. Tanner, for instance, really resonated with me.
Oh, I felt the same about Tanner. His journey after leaving the army was so compelling.
Exactly. His struggle to find his place was portrayed so authentically.
And what about Caitlin? She totally stole the show for me.
Really? What did you love about her?
She's balancing being a single mom, her career, and trying to rediscover herself. It felt so real.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people can relate to her story.
Definitely. And their meeting wasn't some over-the-top romance. It was so organic.
Right? It was like watching real life unfold.
Totally. It reminded me of how genuine connections happen.
But did you catch Jasper's storyline? He added such an interesting layer.
Oh, Jasper was fascinating. An elderly man haunted by his past. It was deep.
Yeah, and his connection with the mythical white deer was intriguing.
Do you think the deer symbolized something?
I've been pondering that. Maybe it represented forgiveness or redemption.
Interesting. I thought it symbolized hope, something elusive yet guiding.
That's a great interpretation. It adds another dimension.
But did you ever feel the deer was a bit too mystical for the story?
Perhaps a little, but I think it added a touch of magic.
Maybe you're right. It did bring the characters together in unexpected ways.
Exactly. It served as a catalyst for their transformations.
Speaking of transformations, the setting of Asheboro, North Carolina, didn't it feel like a character itself?
Oh, absolutely. The small town charm and natural beauty enhanced everything.
Made me want to pack my bags and visit.
Same here. Sparks really knows how to paint a vivid picture.
He sure does. I could practically smell the pine trees.
It added so much atmosphere to the story.
By the way, what did you think about the theme of everyday miracles?
I loved it. It's a reminder to appreciate the little things in life.
Right, like when Tanner helps Caitlin's daughter with her school project.
Yes. That moment was so heartwarming.
It showed his softer side, which was nice to see.
For sure. Small gestures can have such a big impact.
Couldn't agree more.
But let's talk about the ending. Did it feel a bit too neat to you?
Funny you mentioned that. I was thinking the same thing.
Everything wrapped up perfectly, which isn't always realistic.
True, but sometimes a satisfying conclusion is just what we need.
I suppose you're right. A little escapism never hurt anyone.
Exactly. Not every story needs a cliffhanger.
Fair point. I just appreciate a bit of ambiguity sometimes.
Oh, I know you do. Keeps you pondering, huh?
Always. It makes the experience last longer.
Well, that's one way to look at it.
Hey, different strokes for different folks.
Indeed.
So would you recommend Counting Miracles?
Absolutely. It's a heartfelt story that offers plenty to think about.
Same here. It's definitely worth a read.
By the way, did you notice the recurring theme of finding home?
I did. All three main characters are searching for where they belong.
It's such a universal theme. Really hit home for me.
Me too. It was handled with such nuance.
I'd agreed. Sparks outdid himself this time?
Now let's chat about his writing style.
Sure. I felt his prose was more mature in this one.
How so?
The dialogue felt natural and the narrative flowed effortlessly.
I noticed that too. The conversations were so authentic.
Exactly. It made the characters come alive.
Absolutely.
Any favorite moments?
Yes. The scene where Jasper finally opens up about his past, it was so moving.
Oh, that gave me chills.
Same. It showed that it's never too late to seek forgiveness.
Truly powerful.
What about you? Any standout scenes?
I loved when Tanner reads his grandmother's note again after meeting Caitlin.
Oh, that moment of realization.
Yes. It's like everything clicked for him.
Such a pivotal point in the story.
Agreed.
By the way, how did you feel about the pacing?
For the most part, it was great, but some parts felt a bit rushed.
Which parts exactly?
The development of Tanner and Caitlin's relationship could have been more gradual.
I see what you mean.
But overall, it kept me engaged.
Same here.
You know, the mythical white deer. We touched on its symbolism, but do you think it was necessary?
That's a tough one. It added mystique, but maybe the story would have been fine without it. Yeah.
I've been debating that myself.
Either way, it definitely sparked conversation.
Or true.
Speaking of conversation, did you relate to any of the characters personally?
Actually, I saw a bit of myself in Caitlin.
Really? In what way?
Juggling multiple roles and trying to find balance. It's a daily struggle.
I hear you. It's a universal challenge.
Absolutely.
So any final thoughts?
Just that counting miracles is a beautiful reminder to cherish the connections we make.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks.
So what's next on our reading list?
I was thinking we venture into some sci-fi.
Sci-fi? That's a bit of a switch.
Well, variety keeps things interesting.
True that.
To all our listeners, thanks for tuning in.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on counting miracles.
Feel free to reach out on social media.
And until next time, keep turning those pages.
And keep exploring new perspectives.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Well, that's a wrap for this episode of From the Book Nook.
Thanks so much for joining us. We love having you here in our cozy little corner of the book world.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
And we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts and book recommendations in the comments.
It really helps us connect with more book lovers like you.
And we'll meet you right back here in the Nook.
Until next time, keep turning those pages.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.